Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Summit 10. We're halfway through the two-game series of Alliance versus J.Storm. We just saw Game 1. Alliance take a pretty convincing lead. Not necessarily the quickest of games. It was about 40 minutes or so, but did end with about a 39,000 gold lead, with J.Storm looking to have very little chances of getting back into it. But it's a new game. It's going to be a new draft. We're probably not going to see the Invoker again. We did get the sort of treat of at least seeing 9 trying to make it work. Didn't happen. The hero was still evidently very hard to make work, really, in this meta and in these drafts. So something different from J.Storm this time round, a different approach. Still, maybe we'll see some of the same heroes again, right? I feel like that you said, Brian, at the beginning of the draft, you like what J.Storm was doing in Game 1.
Yeah, it looked like a standard NA draft where their lanes are favored, where like it looks like they just kind of counterpick lane matchups. You pick the Jug against the Mars, you pick the Bat against the Sven carry that can't really deal with that hero in lane, and then that early movement by Alliance that alleviates the weakness of your lanes to make it so they have to rotate. You get that level 1 advantage we talked about. It just makes it so even though they're still losing their lanes, instead of being down by 10 or 15 CS, each lane's down by 5 or 10 CS. And that just makes it so your mid-game timing is just a little bit better, and obviously Alliance hit it pretty hard, and as Febby said, they didn't shut down the farm of the Sven, so he just came out loaded, ready to go.
I mean, coming into this game too, Fabby, if you're J.Storm, you're looking at any of those heroes from Alliance in Game 1 saying, we can't let this happen again. Like, are you prioritizing banning like out the Sven, or are you trying to grab it yourself? I mean, is there anything you just don't want Alliance to have after that Game 1?
Maybe Sven. I feel like the rest of the heroes were like replaceable.
Yeah. That was sort of the big one that they built around, and they built around it really well, Blitz. I mean, the timings that Mika hit were pretty perfect. They got him the lane that he wanted. There wasn't sort of that pressure on him, and the whole game he was at the top on this Sven.
Probably the best thing that they did too, on top of that, was like aside from enabling their sense so much, is the lane configuration in the beginning to make everybody like move around. Yeah. It made everything like perfectly fine for all 3 lanes, and like they were even able to get kills. They started the game like 4-1 or something like that, even though mid lane didn't go as well as they had planned. The other 2 side lanes did not suffer as bad as we thought they were going to suffer. And like the Sven got super enabled because, like Febby said earlier, they didn't take mid tower, so he never felt pressured, and he was able to just casually come from the triangle, and he's like, oh, we actually have more people. I'm going to stun.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had some great stacks as well for Mika going into place. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 draft has begun of Alliance and J.Storm. Let's see what we have going on between these teams and see if indeed some of the bans and picks do correlate with what we saw in that Game 1 performance.
I feel like they won't ban Sven though. Like it's like J.Storm. I saw Resolution play a very good Sven too.
Yeah. So. No, for sure. I mean, Sven definitely. I think was Sven sort of internationally during qualifiers?
Yeah,
pretty much the
about
carry.
equal all throughout the qualifiers from what I saw. I feel like he's just a reliable hero. Like in this current patch, I'd say Sven and Jug are like the 2 #1 carries where it's like, I don't know what else to pick. Boom, pick Sven.
Yeah.
The thing about last game, a hero that I think is incredibly broken is Grimstroke. I think that hero is just super annoying. It's like really hard to validate banning him, but every game I watch it just has impact. Like people are just playing it as 5 now instead of a 4.
Yeah.
And even though you're taking a little bit of farm from your 4, his abilities just go so well with so many heroes. Like there's so many heroes that run in and make use of the ink swell. Make use of the ink swell. Yeah. And then there's so many heroes that like Sven that just a single target disable that suddenly becomes a 2-hero disable, and it's equivalent of like a 2-hero shackle. Like their fight changing to have 2 heroes get stunned by what was previously a single target disable. And the BKB piercing root is really annoying too. But they go for the Rubik again, so they're sticking with that. They went Rubik Jug, right? And the opening was Willow Mars by Alliance?
Yes. Correct. So, yeah, both scenarios still open, with the bans being, I believe, pretty similar, really, to what the opening bans were from Game 1. So no real changes there.
They banned Storm first 3 last time, too. Oh, they're just going to do it again?
We've got a replay. Is this,
Is this Game 2? I believe this is Game 2.
It should be. But
exactly
the same.
Something that's not broken, you know. Like.
J.Storm said the same thing. Why fix it?
I mean,
really?
I feel like you still want to play Jug again, right? Like, they are gonna change it up here. They're gonna get the Omni in first.
That's a hero that NA loved.
Yeah, Omni Knight was
Omni
super high
Did
priority.
get
That
did
was
get
every
pretty
region,
heavily.
wasn't it?
Well, would you consider heavily nerfed?
I would just
the
say
Heavenly Grace and
well,
the Guardian Angel.
that makes him a really bad support.
Okay.
I think is what it did.
But if you're playing it in 3,
yeah, I don't think it's too big of a deal if he's a 3. But previously as support, you were just going 2-4-0.
Yeah.
And so all that does is it makes your early points really useless. Like it makes it feel like maxing an ability. Like I remember Sleight of Fish used to never get maxed, right? On Ember, it was always like you go 4-1-4. And then when they buffed the early levels of Sleight of Fist, it made it much more enticing to play him on a build that maxed Sleight. It's like on Omni Knight, it makes it much less enticing to play him as support when you're maxing Heavenly Grace when the first 1 or 2 levels are really bad. Because that means the weakness of that timing is like way worse. Because in the lane, he used to just be here's my strength carry getting an extra 16 damage or whatever, and health regen, go hit creeps. And then now it's not nearly as good.
I feel like there is a possibility that it's 3 ran as a 5 though. I feel like the Omni Rubik isn't that of a strong 3-4 position duo.
I think it could still be run. I just think that's where the nerf hits.
Oh yeah,
Omni
I
Knight.
agree.
Sure.
I agree.
So yeah, like you could still see it. Like
Yeah.
Peppy says,
It's-
it's being the 5, but
Yes.
it's not what it was.
Yeah,
It
it's just
really
the
isn't what it
versatility
was,
of like
yeah.
early picks when they're flex, like the strength of the hero being
Yeah.
able to play as either is, it actually makes the opening weaker if his 5 position play is that much weaker.
Rubik Omni though is like the anti-damage draft. So,
And they
and that's what
instantly
we
go
felt like
Slark. Third pick Slark.
they lacked that last game, right? Where they just couldn't kill anybody.
Third pick Slark. I like to see how this is made work. Obviously, the mid-round bans are really good by Alliance to enable this third pick Slark. OD is unplayable. That matchup is literally one of the worst matchups in the entire game for any hero. It never is good at any point in the game. He saves your teammates from the pounce. He saves himself from the pounce. He can kill you when you're ulted. He can insta-kill you at like 30 minutes into the game with Blink Sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole matchup is just garbage. And then Leshrac mid-game is really hard to deal with as well for the damage. It's just one of the few mid laners where you actually die killing him. I don't, if that makes sense. Like you pounce him and you can ult and everything, and all of his damage hits you through the ult. So.
But you're always happy, right, playing a Slark in a game where there's an Omni, because there's going to be these scenarios where you're not going to kill someone instantly. It's going to take longer to kill them, but that you're happy as a Slark, right?
Yeah,
Or-
but it's also like Omni promotes 5-manning, so
Okay.
it's a little bit. It's like, yeah, Slark's nice against these meat shield heroes, but he's also not nice against lineups that want to group up. So it kind of goes both ways. If J.Storm picks heroes that threaten Slark from a distance, you need reach. You need heroes that make it feel like you're not invincible walking in with Pact. And there you go.
That's a bit of a new one. We didn't see that really at all, I want to say, in EU and CIS during the qualifiers.
I didn't
Did
see
you?
a single Bloodseeker.
No, even.
didn't see a single one.
This is a bit of a new hero all round internet. What about you, Fabi? And SEA, was any Bloodseeker going on?
Nah.
No.
But I would have liked to see Leshrac or DP. I think like they need some of that, what BSJ said, like a 5-man, but like they need some tower hitter with Omni and the Rubik. So
Oh, Oracle's a nice way to deal with the Seeker.
Oh,
You make it
Oracle's
so that he
nice.
can't hit. The ulti is fantastic in conjunction with the Rupture. The best type of heroes against Bloodseeker are the ones that can just like stand their ground and fight, and Oracle enables all of that. Plus, I think the Mars is fine against the Bloodseeker, right? Like it's not like the Jug where he can spin through. You put this barrier down, and all of a sudden the Bloodseeker loses his ability to chase.
Yeah, Bloodseeker's not this like hard one hero that you put the Heavenly Grace on like a Sven and he just goes kills people like a Troll or Sven. That's what we've been seeing Omnia with a lot.
Yeah, I feel like they're just counterpicking a bunch.
That's what I was saying about last game, right? Is that's
Yeah.
like a standard NA draft where they counterpick all your lanes, but their draft isn't as concrete as a whole. And that's what it feels like again this game. The Disruptor, does it still work? Because I saw a pub where the
Okay.
Glimpse didn't deal damage on the Rupture.
if
It,
it's like
it
too
depends
far away,
on how the
Is-
distance is.
okay,
yeah.
so
if
it is a
it's- if
distance
there's
thing.
there's a certain threshold.
That's
okay,
why if you
yeah.
TP, you don't just like instantly just die.
Okay.
Back in the day, you would, right? Like that did used to be a thing. Was there? Or there was always a cap.
I can't remember. There was no cap for like things like, you remember there was a trick that you could do with Ench Chen like way back in Dota 1, where
Okay.
you know how Chen would
Impetus
TP.
didn't have a max
Yeah,
stand.
and-
Oh, so we would just be this.
You could get Impetus at it used to not be her ulti. Her old ulti used to be untouchable. So what you would do is you level Impetus level 1, and then you get Chen, and then you
So-
toss it while she was sent back. So it'd be like 100,000
Oh, I
damage.
see. By the time it hits,
Yeah.
you've got this massive difference. Yeah.
You would just one-shot everybody.
Yeah.
It was
Dota 1 sounded like a interesting game.
Dota 1 was chaotic. Like, Spectre was the best hero because of her dispersion, the way that it used to work.
How did it used to work?
It
Oh,
was
it
a
used to work.
25% chance or something that it would instantly reflect back
The damage?
100% of the damage in
Oh
an
my
area
God.
around you.
Oh
So,
my
like,
god.
Also, like a Laguna could
Yeah, so,
team
like,
wipe your own team.
If you were Necro ulted,
Well,
it would just, like, kill your entire team.
25%.
25%.
So it's avoid
Interesting.
backtrack 25%.
But it also
kill
would kill
everyone.
everybody.
Yeah, it's
It was unbelievable. I mean, Lifestealer had like a 20-second BKB rage built in.
wasn't his ultimate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-second BKB. It was like, all right, that's Dota, I guess.
Loda's ass is very pretty.
No,
What?
Fabby.
We're just
I'm sorry.
That's why we brought you on, Febby.
Oh, that's this, yeah.
That's exactly why.
I mean, you know, you're saying it. But you know,
We all know everyone's thinking it.
Hey,
Like,
you
that's
know,
what Febby's here
You're
to hit
the,
us
the
with
voice
whole,
of the people.
Yes,
during
exactly.
that entire thing. That's what you
That's
were
all-
looking and thinking about.
You guys lost me at like whatever you guys were talking.
We weren't even talking math right
We're
there.
talking Dota 1.
Oh, it was Dota 1.
Did you play? What, did, were
25%.
You playing Dota 1?
The 25% is
I
enough
lost
math
it.
to just shut it down.
I mentioned any number at all. And your brain's just done.
25%, I'm out.
You played Dota 1, Febby.
Yeah, I played it. It
You
was
know-
a really
You
long
remember
time
that?
ago.
The Spectre.
I was first thinking about J.Storm's draft, about how they don't have any tower hitters. I'm kind of scared for them, and then I see the left screen.
I see. You know, you're like, hang on, this draft, that's ass. Oh wait, no, that's ass. And
Yeah.
the
So do you
connection's
think
there.
like DK is a decent pick, or do you think it's pretty much only Death Prophet that you like for mid lane here, Febby?
I don't know. I don't like anything.
What
But
about
next-
Bloodseeker mid? What about Bloodseeker mid and you give him a troll safe
I
lane?
think you have to put Bloodseeker mid right
You
now.
think?
You really don't like
I
Jason
think that is a 9 thing to do. I mean, how does Rezo play much Bloodseeker?
Yeah, I think so.
He does. He's a Bloodseeker player. Okay.
Yeah, it looks
But
like
yeah,
a,
this game is
Is that a game saver, Febby?
I think so.
So that was the perfect pick?
It's hard to think when you don't have that hero list in front of
I
you.
know it is. It's
Oh.
good practice. It's
Tell
good.
me about it.
Really?
It's
Number
actually
one
it's really
caster
hard.
problem for
Yeah,
sure.
no,
I think, like,
all the
problem.
players complain about it. Yeah,
Really?
every analyst I've ever been with,
Yeah.
like, because you're so used to seeing all the heroes.
Yeah,
right?
because
I was
what
so
happens
used to
here
having-
is you like think, what am I gonna pick, and you
Yeah.
just pull up. You have the hero list. That's like immediately what you think.
I was thinking they needed something like anti-mage, but I guess Naga works too.
Yeah.
Like when you guys have like the
What about
Oh, what
this?
the-
What about this?
So
The
how
old
does that
Huskar.
mid lane matchup go? Bloodseeker Huskar. Because like Bloodseeker just kills you if you're low, right? Like
No, I think
doesn't he?
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, but you got
quite
disarm,
for
dude.
yeah, you can mess with
It's-
the CS.
it's all about the
He's got-
supports, I think.
Ah.
And the Rubik and the Disruptor is pretty bad at ganking the mid lane, so I think Huskar Fear is pretty happy.
Dude, and that's another combo right there. The arena, Huskar in the middle,
Oh.
knocking you all back. Everyone's knocked into the wall.
Big brain.
Oh,
That's why you're on the
that's
panel
combo.
here, OD.
Well done, Owen.
You
that's
see
not-
outside the lines.
Now watch your
like-
lines get crushed, and it's going to be terrible.
Oh
But
my
they've
God.
got those combo plays. I mean, that on top of already, of course, the Dark Will of Mars that they had going in game 1. But at least J.Storm is something totally different. Something totally different, right, from what we saw in their first game.
I was talking about how PL's really good against Mars. I think Naga's the same thing. You only impale one unit, and that includes illusions. So you deal damage to all the stuff in a line for the spear, but it only impales the first thing it hits.
Yep.
So illusion heroes are pretty good against Mars. Like they're really hard to kill. But I am yet to be. I need to be proven wrong in my own head about Naga being able to carry games. I feel like Nagas just get like 6 slotted and they don't do anything.
Really?
That's how I feel.
Yo,
Not-
Jimmy, did you guys win the draft?
Yeah.
You can step right here and say.
You
You gotta get closer.
Get on the
Say
waves,
it on
Jimmy.
the mic, dude. Did you guys win the
You gotta
draft?
have that
We won the
confidence.
draft.
They won the
I
draft.
like it.
Well, then I got J.Storm all the way. Let's go.
J-Storm's
Jimmy
gonna
wouldn't
win
let me
this.
down.
I mean, what was that?
J-Storm's gonna win this.
Well, I mean,
Oh, go, Jimmy.
They've got the draft.
we got the draft, but it just comes down if we can.
Jimmy's done his job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys not won the draft last game? Okay.
Yeah. But this game we feel a lot better, so we'll leave it there.
All right.
That's good.
all right.
Nice.
Good. We're looking forward to seeing it. So.
I actually like the Naga pickup too. I think Naga's really good.
No, I'm on your side of the bench, Fabi. I feel this Naga is pretty busted.
But I think they lose.
Sure, but
You want to come?
Naga is definitely a hero that's incredibly annoying.
Yeah. Naga is a good
Okay.
hero, but I don't like the rest 4 of them heroes.
Okay.
Like, those 4 heroes need to hold their own, but against Huskar, and they don't have like a good support to gank mid, I think this Huskar is gonna just take over the game.
The laughing emotes are so annoying. Oh, they're
You don't like
putting.
them?
I
You
just.
don't like the Kookaburra laugh?
I'm talking about the hero laughs.
Ah, I see.
All the
Those are
hero-
really tilting.
Yeah, they're super tilting. Like
Fabi,
if
you
you're in a
get
bad
tilted?
game and somebody
Nah, I don't
spams
get
it.
tilted.
You don't care when people spam tip you?
Nah.
Are you getting spam tipped more now that you're like streaming pretty regularly? Do you notice it? Like
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Because you're a pro player, like yada yada.
You appreciate
Well,
those
I don't
battle
get it because
pass
I'm a pro
points?
player. I get it because I'm a streamer. You know.
Oh. Yeah. Now I'm a streamer, I guess.
Hey man, dude, I don't think
It's
you're.
free levels, man. Think
Yeah,
about
that-
it like that. That's
think
what
about
BSJ says.
That's
It's free
easy levels. Easy levels.
They're helping you out.
There's like times where I just get like 4-man ganked in like the 3-minute mark, and I just get tipped by 3 people. I'm like, how?
That's like half a battle pass level, dude.
I'm like,
Joke's
that,
on you.
Yeah, joke's on you. Like, what, if that happens 10 times a game, which like that's about average for me, then I'm getting like more battle pass levels than MMR I'm losing. Like,
That's the real value.
Yeah,
You can't
the-
put a price on MMR, but you can on those battle pass
yeah,
levels.
you really can though. I can earn that MMR back whenever I want it. You know.
Yeah,
Oh,
BSJ
this
intentionally
matchup's
keeps it-
interesting.
So I was going to say, so this decision to put the Naga Siren mid, is it...
I feel
Does
like
Rezo do alright with the illusions here?
Yeah, I feel like you should just start.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And then you rotate between lane and jungle. That makes sense actually.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
hits level 4 and you just go jungle.
Yeah.
This looks really good.
How does Huskar? I mean, I don't think the Huskar Q is like enough to deal with these illusions at all.
No, it's not enough damage right now. You're just going to sort of push them back and that's that.
Usually these carries feel really bad when they go jungle earlier on, but Naga is different. Naga you feel pretty good.
Yeah, level
When you
4,
just
you're
hit level
doing plenty
4.
of damage. Yeah.
Yep. Mic check.
Well, let's have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. William Lee stepping to the side for this one, and we have Jimmy Demon Ho in on the mic for this to be here and watch your draft unfold. Yeah, Jimmy, you said yourself you're happy with the draft, you're happy with the lanes.
Yeah, bottom lane is going to look a little rough because Slark's generally just pretty good against this Omni Knight, but I think the other 2 lanes should be pretty good for us. I think they have nothing to deal with this Naga for later, so I mean if Alliance doesn't really snowball out of control, we have a Huskar and a Slark lineup, and if we're able to slow down their tempo a little bit, I think the game's pretty easy.
So in terms of sort of that Alliance coming in with that last Huskar pick, it's not something that you're necessarily like, oh damn, it's a Huskar. Obviously the Huskar's different, it's not really sort of the cheese hero it once was, but you're not necessarily scared of the Huskar taking over this match. You've got ways to deal with it.
I mean, at the same time, we do when we don't. Just like he can still snowball out of control. You know, they hit this timing, they get Roshan, and they have an Oracle as well that enables him a lot more. But if they can't hit this timing, like if it's past 25 minutes, I think like it's pretty easy for us. But if they can win the game, take our towers, and go high ground by this 25 minutes with Roshan, or before 25 minutes, then I think it's like, you know, it's just they have to snowball. I think that's what their lineup is coming down to.
We'll see as CS-wise at the moment, it's just a slightly sort of alliance in that mid and side lane with the Slark and the Huskar. And that is going to be first blood for Tiger. How would he get in? 9. See if we can find anything return. Tries to get boxy, but Tiger's there with the body block, so 9 won't quite be able to get that return kill.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, he used all his resources there. With his, he has no more regen on this Mars, so the lane is going to be a lot better for us. Like
Yeah.
people always think it's like, oh, first blood, it looks like Alliance is winning, but
Sure.
in reality, it's like he loses all his resources, all his regen, and he has no mana now. Now the lane is just easy, and Bloodseeker's just going to free farm.
Yeah, and yeah, so you say 9 already is. Yeah, sitting at the top there with the 15 CS. He's having no trouble hitting the creeps.
Awfully quiet there, BSJ.
I'm letting you guys talk. There are deaths from my supports where I'm like, I'm perfectly content with them expending all those resources to kill my support. So there are, you know, obviously feed deaths as well, but that was not one of them. I'm perfectly happy with that. This is definitely a matchup I would feel like gets better over time for Bloodseeker. Like, it doesn't seem like the scaling of the matchup would be bad for him. But the only question I have is like if he's vulnerable to the ganks, any rotations once Mars gets 6. That's like what I'm always afraid of when I'm playing carry that can't jungle. Like if I'm like a any jungling carry like a troll, I'll just go hit neutrals.
I mean, even though you're playing the safe lane here, I think he should identify that he is playing the semi-carry and that he's going to be making space for the real carry, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so
even
he's going
if
to be running around?
Yeah, he's going to be running around and just creating space. And even if he feeds, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to an extent. You don't want to just randomly feed.
Minimize the feed. Okay.
Just creating space for your player. Obviously, it's like if Bloodseeker was your main source of carry, it's a different story, right?
Okay, okay.
Messing those bracers.
Rezo is actually losing by 8 CS in the mid lane. I didn't expect that, but he's obviously not. That's not a problem, right? He's just going to go hit some neutrals and put illusions on the wave mid, defending the tower. Yeah. Whenever you lose lane like this, all you got to do is make sure you don't lose your tower.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. And Huskar isn't like, he generally doesn't want to just run in like the tier 1 and just push the tower super early until probably the siege timer comes out and he wants to probably pressure with some supports. But in the end, it's like whatever Huskar's going to be farming in mid lane, Naga's going to farm as much, if not more, in the jungle.
For sure. That's like the problem with Huskar. A lot of people, you know, have asked why this hero's fallen out of favor. It didn't get nerfed, but the jungle's been buffed constantly. So when Huskar was OP, it was pretty much not an option to go jungle. You'd be losing in levels. But now you can out-jungle. You can out-level the Huskar almost with just jungling.
Wow, Tiger, they're turning, getting the rune.
Is he dead to this?
Go over the TP out, and they will get him.
That death is big because he TP'd.
He got the bounty, though.
3 bounties? 2 for 2 bounties.
Yeah, 5 minutes in, 1 for 1, less than a 1k difference. So definitely a closer start.
Let's see how Alliance collapses mid tower with this 5-minute Vega. They should do a lot of mid tower damage.
I think they're just going to ignore it because Huskar's is complete free farm. They're saying like Naga's jungling right now. If anything, they probably want to ward in our jungle, but it's kind of hard. Orange is already making a move towards there, and Rubik is going to take mid lane.
Yeah, because J.Storm supports is going to take mid lane, so in order to kill him, Alliance supports needs to back up the Huskar. What's happening with?
Turn up here with Fear.
Oh, Alliance supports are not there.
It's not super easy rotating into like, I mean, because Rubik and the Naga are there, right, with the illusions. It doesn't feel that great, but I still think I mean, it's, actually I'm surprised they actually didn't, because it's a normal, typical Alliance rotation too.
I think the Willow dying at the room with no TP like made it really awkward.
Yeah, that's true. Because usually it's like they take the 5-minute bounty runs, go into a shrine, and then immediately run into mid with both supports around the tower, force their first rotation. It's like their first move.
It's interesting Huskar doesn't have his ultimate leveled. I was wondering why he didn't dodge the glimpse with it, but I guess since you're just sitting in lane, it doesn't really make sense to have to commit.
It was a bit of an awkward play, wasn't it, as well from 9? I mean, he obviously felt the need to panic TP, but did TP back to base rather than to the tower, so it's a lot of time ways out of the lane now.
You can't go back to top lane as a Bloodseeker without pretty much being full health.
Okay.
Because of the spear threat to kill you. That's the problem with Bloodseeker as a hero, is he's really snowballing in the sense that like you're either not vulnerable to dying, so you can just constantly trade in CS, or you are vulnerable to dying and you can't walk up. And that's what's happening now. They're rotating 3 heroes here. Slark pretty much free farming bottom lane at this point, so you can afford to do this.
Pressure's going to be really on for 9 here.
Messed up there. He doesn't have mana on Mars unless he has a Mango. I don't think he has a Soul Ring yet, so I think if he didn't pop off his he's going rushing Vlads. He pushed his stick and he kind of scared the Bloodseeker and he's like, oh crap, like maybe they're trying to gank me right now, because he didn't have any mana initially.
I don't mind the Morbid Mask against Bloodseeker specifically. He's flown out like 3 cells already, just making sure he's never low.
We'll see 9 getting that extra backup now. Both Fear and 1437 sit behind him. Tiger and Insania as well, though. The 3 of them are ready to fight against the 3.
Oh, that ward is like, he messed up on the ward. There's no vision on there.
I was going to say, that's
just quelling away the trees, Mars.
Yeah. He needs to quelling that tree for vision.
Well, I never expect it. Still waiting for that time to go.
Boxy. He should just get out. I mean, no, he's making a play instead.
I'm trying to poke, but
it's just whoever really fully commits is gonna. Oh, nice.
It's a bit of an awkward walk around the trees there, 9. And the spear follow up on that cursed crown. Arena's down, 9. He is able to get his way over the trees. Is hiding as well, still alive, does get nuked low by the Oracle, but he's still living. The Purifying Flames heal actually ending up helping him out, as 9 will be able to survive, and now J.Storm fight back. They get the glimpse back. Bloodbright's laid down as well. as J.Storm will take the kill and keep 9 alive despite Alliance's aggressive attempt.
What a bait. He had like double Wraith Band. It was like super tanky there, so it's pretty hard to kill him. And look at the CS now. Rezo's like caught up really, like he was down by like what 15 CS or something,
Yeah.
and now he's higher than this Huskar. I think higher level too, 8, the same levels. He's both free farming here.
This is definitely a bit of a slower game for Alliance than they may have intended. J.Storm able to slow them down and secure farm.
I mean, we expect to kind of lose our tier 1s a little bit. Oh, if he dies here, it's actually really pretty big for us.
Let's see if they can get him out.
Omni control.
They've got him. They'll
It's
take
not
down
there.
Koik, for they will lose 14-37, but they'll certainly take that. BK's come in with a rotation and will look to try and secure another as he goes towards Fit.
Yeah, no TP.
Comes in with a rupture, blood
Wow.
right down as well. Shadow Dance is popped by Mickey, but Resolution's still there, ready to fight. You've got Moon moving over as well. As Mickey backs off with the last remaining bit of the rupture, they're trying to get him back to safety. Insania giving him that safety required to do so, as Mickey will be able to get out. Tiger, though, won't be quite as lucky. 9 is speedy, but doesn't want to dive the tower. They'll be happy with that one, J.Storm.
That was a big stick by Slark there. He would have died because Bloodseeker would have had movement speed still. But good play by them. They were protecting each other. The supports were just surrounding him and just making sure that he was still.
Oh, 9. He's walked into a bit of an altercation. As the arena does get laid down, did try and head over towards that bounty room spot. Got the bounty route. That does cost him his life, 9. So again, his farm being slowed down, but the farm's still there for Rezo. It's just the threat of both Koikfer and Mickey that still continues to rise.
Yeah, the problem with losing that mid tower is it allows Huskar to rotate and go for the top tower. This is freeing up a bit of space, like you said, for the Omni Knights. So he didn't want to lane against Slark, and he needs to recover. He's only at 3,200 net worth, and we're seeing the effect of Naga. I feel like the problem with Naga Siren, same thing as Alchemist, is that like if she's the one having a good start, it doesn't have any impact on the other cores. They're kind of picking up the slack for her. Good gank onto Slark. He does have ultimate, but I don't know if he can get away from this.
I think he just can, yeah. He did
Wow.
the maths. He's able to pounce away with the Shadow Dance. They've still got the vision upon him, but 9 is going to be slowed down by the Curse Crown. Heavily graces out. He'll move forward, continue to
healed
chase
him away
down
from
Mickey.
Slark.
Gets the Slark kill there with a Fade Bolt. Now they move over for more. TP attempt out
Nice sleep.
from Tiger, but will DB held back by Reza. Quick short song holds Tiger back. J.Storm able to invade the jungle of Alliance and get 2 kills, one of them being that big juicy Slark.
I like Reza participating, knowing that like his other 2 cores had a bit of a slow start. So even though he's a Naga Siren, just showing up to the fight.
There's a problem with Huskar. It's very immobile, very fat. So J.Storm realized that he was top. Just played around bottom. Didn't want to TP.
Yeah, I mean, it's like game's still pretty even. I think Alliance understands that they feel like they're playing on a timer right now, and it's like the worst. That's always the worst feeling. Like when you have a draft and you're just like, well, time's ticking. We need to. And so they're being very forceful on like how they're making their moves, how they want to like rotate on the map, and like Huskar's TPing bottom. Like,
Seeing J.Storm again, still ready to fight around this area. Boxy lays down the arena, but he's been ruptured. Bloodbright as well. He's trying to get out of there. Static Storm's down. He's held in place. They get another. J.Storm again being allowed to fight around this area of the map as Alliance are unable to hold control of it at all.
And since Huskar TP'd out of top, Bloodseeker gets to freely push out this lane. Really good recovery time for him.
so it looks like that our team identified like they just want to dodge this Huskar because he's like super strong right now. He had a complete free game, and he's like, if you ever fight into him, we're just gonna get team wiped because he's able to actually kill our whole team right now. We're not strong enough until like Naga gets this Manta and Diffusal and Heart maybe too, and she's gonna get that. She's gonna accelerate her farm in like the next 5 minutes or so. She already finished her Yasha. It's like it's the most broken item on Naga when it comes to her illusions. You know about that, huh, BSJ?
Yeah, man, I'm a real Naga player here.
Well, I mean Yasha and agility heroes,
Yeah,
right?
no,
It's like juggernauts and so forth.
Yeah, I mean on Illusion Hero specifically, like Terra Blade PL, your farming rate like almost doubles probably with the, with the Yasha.
It's actually insane. It's the movement speed and shit. And how much agility you get. So I think right now it's just like for us, just chill, wait for cooldowns, even for Naga sleep, because I think Naga can be very active when you have like combo heroes such as like a Jakiro. In this case, we have a Disruptor, and on top of that, a Bloodseeker, because you can throw your Blood right with the Disruptor combo. It's pretty nice.
I know you still, for the most part, just trying to play where the Huskar isn't, or is there going to be a point soon where you can try and deal with the push and the pressure of it?
I think once Diffusal Manta come online, I think Huskar is like it doesn't matter anymore. But until then, it's like we don't have enough damage to just like burst him, because if we end up going for him, it's like they have 2 supports. I mean, I hope like in every fight that we're going to be focusing this Oracle, because Oracle's going to be able to save any core here, and it's going to nullify everything that we want to do. But yeah, up until Diffusal Manta, it's like I think Huskar's kind of untouchable right now. I
mean, maybe you have got 9 coming down. Well, they get the grab back. They've got the stolen arena. Fit. For an opportunity. He's going to drop it down behind as Boxy. He'll turn, look for the spear. Doesn't manage to make the connection, though. Quaifer's kept alive by the false promise. Who's able to walk away with that heal, keeping him alive. No, it's not enough. The spears are too much. They'll tick him down. Quaifer back up to a good amount of health after the false promise says, there's Fear's arena. He's able to turn, use it to trap them. He's trapped Quaifer as well. Do they have the damage, though? They're trying their best, but the Fear will knock him back, and Quaifer jumps forward with the ult. He's able to rip down another, turn towards Fear as well. As J.Storm making that mistake, trying to fight into Quaifer, but they couldn't quite do it.
As I was saying, it's like he's unstoppable right now. It's like they have an Oracle sitting behind him. The only way we can actually kill him is if we're able to get a good sleep off and find like at least 2 people, because you don't want to just sleep in Oracle. Hoping Oracle is standing on top of another core or even both supports, and if you're able to kill the supports first, then it's fine. But otherwise, it's like we have to wait until we hit our timings before like actually initiating like that.
We'll see 15-minute runes as well after that incident. That's 4 for Alliance.
Yeah, it was 2K net worth advantage before that engagement. Now with bounties plus the 4 for 1, it's 5K.
An unfortunate play there from J.Storm, and yeah, in a situation as well where a lot of Alliance were down there. There was a lot of the map for J.Storm to potentially have looked towards. And that's a bit of a kick in the teeth here for J.Storm as they are knocked back a little. Huskar and Slark, Mickey and Quaifer still remaining at the top.
I mean, high grounding for Alliance is still going to be pretty difficult. And I guess, like I said, it's all about the Aegis. And if we're able to actually deny their Aegis or steal the Aegis as well, I think the game is just honestly just over.
The only thing I fear for J.Storm here is that when you have a hero like Slark, when you use Aegis, you can actually just use the Aegis to pin J.Storm in their base so that Naga's the only one getting farm, and then she's not getting levels because her illusions are the ones farming. So I think like if the problem with that situation though is if you feed once on Alliance, like that is lost, and then suddenly the game's like unwinnable because Naga just gets out of the base and can keep you in yours.
Game deciding moment here. Game deciding moment.
And it's like even if they get this Aegis, it's how they utilize it.
That's
right?
what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like if they pin you in your base with it, then it's really good.
And choke us out until the second Aegis.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a Huskar player.
Yeah, that's how Huskar works. Yeah. You almost can never end on the first Aegis.
I mean, it's similar with like Meepo, right? It's like Huskar and Meepo have the same aspect on how they utilize the first Aegis.
Hey, stolen spear here from Finn. Knocks Boxy back into the tree. False promise is going to be there, but the silence from the Bloodbright catches out the 2 of them. They'll surround Boxy. Boxy's still trying to get away. The rest of Alliance coming in as now Alliance can look to turn the arenas down. The song from Rezo comes out as they'll look to hold off, try and disengage. Rezo's able to get himself out of the fear, as they will manage to get out of that. So J.Storm, they poke, they get a big reaction out of Alliance, but they are able to get out.
Free Aegis now for Alliance because of that. Just split out the map, just delay their push. You know, hopefully we don't give them all of our tier 2s here, but right now our goal is just to split up the map and just delay their next inevitable push here.
Gonna see a bit of a move towards Alliance again. J.Storm, they get the glimpse back onto Boxy. He's up on the high ground. It will be sent out to move. Moves in with the Heavenly Grace. The Purification not enough to burst down Boxy's. That's Roche gone. Quaifer grabs the Aegis. Mickey trying to lead in. Nine's gonna turn. Rupture's out. Mickey starting to tick down low, but he's got a lot of teammates around him, able to pounce away out of range of the blood right now. The jumping from Quaifer looks towards Nine. Nine back up to the high ground.
I wish Resolution just kept farming.
He's trying to get involved, but still not enough damage to really hurt this Quaifer Huskar. The spear as well. Boxy from the low ground, clipping Resolution against the cliff. Mickey's in with the pounce control too. Quaifer jumps in as well. They're on top of Rezo, and Rezo is dead. Alliance, they're ready to look for more. Hunting down Fear. Mickey's in with the pounce. Fear will be falling here. The rest of J.Storm, the best they can do is get out of there as Fear's death is secured. There's another poor fight for J.Storm, costing them Rezo, slowing down his game. And in a game where Rezo's doing a great job of keeping him up, but if these fights continue to happen where he falls, he's going to start falling behind.
Heroes such as like Naga, Terrorblade, like all these like high illusion heroes with high IG heroes, it's like when they die like this, it's like it's really bad for them. It's because like they're able to like split the map, clear out their jungle really quickly, and it's just like he loses a lot more net worth in these like 40-second time frame here. And on top of that, like all the map control, like now all of our lanes are gonna be shoved into us because of it.
Yeah, I'd say you mainly lose out on the levels because it's a momentum thing, like you said. Like your lanes are all on your side of the map, so then you're sending illusions to get like you're usually sending illusions to waves, and then your hero's jungling, and so your hero's getting pretty decent XP. But now your hero's going to be sending illusions to waves, and that's it. So it hurts you a lot in the XP department. Whenever I'm like behind on Terrorblade, I feel severely underleveled in comparison.
Even when your net worth's high, huh? It's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
levels feel like really underwhelming when you're just like level 10 or 12.
And these heroes rely on levels a lot too, because their agi gain obviously speeds up their farm. Their stats are very
talent boost too.
Yeah,
So these
talents.
talents are actually insane. I think Naga's is what, 15 agility, something total
it's-
agility.
yeah,
14 strength.
that stuff adds up.
Yeah. I mean, everything. It's like you said, the stats on every agi gain. It's pretty big.
So he does have the Manta. Diffusal's a big deal if he goes for it. I think he will. Yeah, you go for it.
There's like 2.5 more minutes on the Aegis as well. So they're gonna try to get our tier 2s, maybe even force high ground. But if they're not even choking us out and they're just like running around on the map, I think it's gonna be good for J.Storm.
I think they're gonna go bottom high ground right now.
See if they can try it, but Glimpse from 14:37 will stop any play from starting.
There's no pressure on the map right now by J.Storm, so there's nothing really stopping Alliance from just walking down a lane.
The Wagons are up. Aegis. They might not get it, but I think they want to like force the Naga in their base at least.
I think it's 22:30 or something. There he is. It's 2 more minutes. That was a big kill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wait,
whoa,
what?
whoa, hey.
Got the
Mickey.
Disruptor Bloodseeker combo right there.
you go.
Hey, Lions are going to still try and have a bit of a poke onto Moo, but
Oh, we got Fear to miss some spears of his own. We're just talking about missing spears, not Fear specifically.
he's out of there. That indeed, yeah, taking the Slark out.
That was actually correct. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's like if Disruptor uses Glimpse and the range too far, I don't know the exact.
Yeah, we were
radius.
talking
Yeah,
about that. I
there's
think
a-
it's
there's a
like
limit.
12 or 1300.
Yeah.
Whatever Quab's
I think
blink is, because that's
it's-
the thing
yeah.
where you blink
Okay.
and then walk.
It's the same as, Quartz Smash Blink. So they will lose the Rubik. And also 9 trapped in the arena. No escape for the Bloodseeker as Koifa moves his way down to the bottom lane. Gets
This
2
is
kills
just
on
time,
J.Storm,
though.
but there's that item pickup. Diffusal now done on Resolution.
Oh, we killed their courier too.
No ultimate from Omni. That's an interesting skill.
He's a tanky boy, but he's a dead boy as well.
Space.
Exactly.
And that's the kind of communication that you'd want to say in the team, right? Like, oh, well, I'm feeding again. You know, you gotta say space, guys, and it enables your carry players. Like he feels better about it, so he feels less pressure. It's all about communication and what goes on within the team
Yeah,
to
it's
help each other up
glass
mentally.
half full approach, you know? Interesting build by Slark, going straight for the Lincolns.
That's Bloodseeker, right? He kind of needs it.
Yeah, it's like, it's weird though, right? Because
Yeah, they've got a lot of ways
he
to
can
pop
just break it with his Q, or Glimpse, or Thunderstrike.
I think for the ulti, as soon as it pops and he's able to like leap out. If he goes like this Lincoln's into BKB, I think he's kind of like untouchable.
Yeah, he is.
And then a blink, right? And just get on top of us.
That sounds right.
Oh, for Rezo now with the diffusal, do you sort of want to see him getting involved now, or do you still need to be sort of an extra item ahead?
If
They're
the other team, oh, go ahead.
they're pretty strong right now. I mean, this Huskar finished his halberd now. He hit his timing a lot quicker just because it started off with this bottom fight where we just team wipe, and they won another small fight and then Roshan. So like he accelerated a lot quicker. So we actually have to wait until like a Heart now, or maybe a Reaver. But Heart is a lot safer. But we can still make plays on the map because you don't want to just farm because the whole time when we're farming, they're going to be farming as well, right? You need to apply this sort of pressure that slows down their farm. Fear's getting gone on here.
And will be found outside the base. And the rest of J.Storm making a quick move down towards bottom. They've seen what Tiger probably out on his own.
Well, their Aegis is down now.
He's going to go for the TP out. And he'll make it away. There's not enough damage there in the AoE to take him out before he's out.
So much HP.
And Foxy has actually turned up now. Looks to move towards 9. Actually pops the arena and jumps out. A little bit hesitant in how they go for the fight. The fear combo there, throwing them back into the walls. Static Storm's out though, as they have managed to catch out Insania. Glimpse back as well. They'll get the Oracle. They'll lose Disruptor for it though. Mu seems to be in trouble as well. The Curse Crown upon him, knocked back into the trees by Boxy's spear. So Alliance will once again be able to come out on top of the play. Tempted by J.Storm.
I think it's pretty game-changing once he finishes this Solar Crest, though, on the Omni. He has enough gold for it, so if he can get the courier to pick it up for him. He's going to pick it up right now. We should have all of our spells up, because we have really low cooldown heroes, and like Disruptor, Bloodseeker. What does Naga have?
He's got 3,200 towards the butterfly that Rezo's got queued up.
Butterfly, huh? That's a good item, too, honestly. No one's really going to go MKB.
What the heck?
That was a long spear there.
Pinned
down
the right hero and it didn't hit the cliff. And he's just out.
Do you approve of this, BSJ?
The
Would you rather go
butterfly?
hard or butterfly?
I mean, it depends. Like, the heart means you are worried they're going to go high ground, and butterfly means you want to accelerate for the next item. So it's like if you go heart then butterfly, it's because you want to fight sooner, and if you go butterfly then heart, it means you'll get the heart combo sooner. Oh, he just ruptured a Lincoln's.
That's why he got Lincoln's.
There you go. Gotta check items.
I mean, I feel pretty good with. I mean, even with the butterfly, you're actually able to do fight because I feel like. I mean, Rezo right now probably in his mind he doesn't think we lack damage, and he wants to provide more damage when we do our combo.
That is a good point. Yeah, I think you go both items. It's just like which one you go first.
I mean, it matters a lot, right?
Yeah,
Because it's just like it changes the pace of the game.
It does matter a lot. Yes. I don't mind it. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I think since the Aegis is like not threatening high ground, they're good to play for the next. Like you can play for the damage route. Maybe it'll lead to a pick off because you actually follow up enough damage. Otherwise, you're just accelerating your farm way faster. 25 agility on any illusion hero is obviously like 4 times the value.
Oh. 40-37 is caught out.
So you can see right now, both sides of the team's communication is like 25-20 was like the early spawn on Roche and 28 like max spawn. So the only 2 sides they ultimately really want to play on is like this top and mid area and control these 2 lanes right now because it's all about Roche. And you don't want to give Roche to the Alliance, and Alliance doesn't want to give Roche to us. I mean, we can't really Roche that easily unless we team wipe them. But we want to deny the Aegis from Alliance.
So it sounded like in the draft, Febby, you believed it, and I guess I'm asking both you and Jimmy here. You guys think Naga's a 1v5 hero?
No.
I don't think she is myself. Just when I look at these net worths, I guess Omni Knight does enable you.
Butterfly's finished, and they're going high ground without Aegis. This is going to be... I think this will decide big part of the game here.
J.Storm has to find the Oracle with the Naga song. If they don't, I think they lose this fight.
Satanic already done on Huskar.
It's unfortunate because we need to use image to scout the Oracle here.
You can lifesteal off illusions now, which is a big deal for this Satanic.
It's pretty low actually. We're just poking here.
And looking at sort of Nine's build as well, he just finished up the S and Y. Is there a reason this game why you get the S and Y? Oh, I guess he's going to disassemble it and get the Halberd. Right, he's going up to because you want the Halberd, right, this game, don't you?
Against Slark, it's really good.
Against the
if he
Huskar,
goes on
Huskar's
you,
good
and then
too.
I was going to say when he's sieging on Huskar, it's good.
Yeah, but he has a Lincoln's now, so it's the combo. It's not going to be as easy to do because he has to use his Q spell on him, and then by the time he uses that, Slark will probably pop off his ultimate.
We'll see it. The arena's down. They've caught him in. The help is coming in. Is it going to come in time? J.Storm's heading over. Rezo, he gets the song off.
The Willow Root actually cost him there. He would have ran into the wall a bunch of times, but the Root stopped him from moving.
I think he still would have been. I don't know. Hard to say.
It would have been much closer,
Yeah.
is all I know. So that was interesting. He's got to be careful about that Root usage.
Roche is up in like 40 seconds, or it's up now. It's up now.
And you say, well, this Roche is what's super important for J.Storm to
This
contest?
is the one
To
that
deny.
decides.
To deny, but the fact that they're
this
able to
was-
get this is.
Yeah, unfortunate because Naga song is down.
Oh, yeah, they may not have got the kill, but Alliance able to force the situation.
They got a D. They're gonna get a DD too. They're
Yeah,
saving for the high ground.
Without the Naga song, it's gonna be pretty hard.
And we have to smoke or get a good lane ward in mid because it's for sure that's the only lane Alliance is gonna go to with the fact that our tier 3 is down.
And the other tier 2s are both up.
we go. That's the Aegis on Quake for DD Rune as well. This is going to be quite the push for J.Storm to have to deal with.
I mean, if Naga is in a good position, cut mid wave. 28-45.
So a bit of a play here onto. Okay, won't be able to burn them out of those. The Shadow Dance is out.
Oh, they can just go high ground. Naga used the illusions at bottom.
Oh,
and the Manta.
Oh, that's not good.
It's going to TP back now, but already they've lost moves. Alliance was just able to step into the base and take out the Omni.
Oracle has to watch his position.
They're coming in from the Shrine, J.Storm, trying to get a wraparound on the back.
Oh,
They've
no.
got the song.
Oh, we got
It's
the
going to be the
supports.
buyback from Moose. See if they get the setup here. 14-37. He's able to lay down the Static Storm Kinetic Field combo. Quite for jumps across. Arena's out. Can they get the kills? They'll kill off Insania. Buyback's there. Moo pops the GA, but the fear onto 4 from Tiger, knocking them back into the wall of the arena, knocking them back towards their base. The buyback has to come out from 14-37, but Boxy, Quaifa, they're diving in. Quaifa will be nuked down once, though. Boxy as well, getting ripped apart by the illusions. They've killed off the Aegis. Can they kill him off a second time? He'll push them back with the fear. See if he can get the two of them as they'll now turn back towards the Rax Alliance. Is there any way they can stop these racks from going down? It doesn't look to be the case as Alliance. They'll get the racks 9, going for the cheeky deny. He knows that that racks is gone. So now try, make a grab onto Mickey. He's got a lot of backup behind him. Quick Dark Pack gets him out of the route and away.
Omni bot back there. Yeah. There's an Omni Disruptor buyback and an Oracle buyback.
Whenever
Four
I
boundaries too for Alliance.
Well, it will be by the looks of it. Tiger is leading the charge here. He's going to get there before 9 and Resolution do. Or maybe just the 1 though. Maybe they can kill him. Root does hold 9 down, but Resolution and 9 are able to move in this round. He's still got the Shadow Realm. Rezo will be able to grab at least one of them. Goes to the TP out, nothing to cancel it.
Nice.
Not nearly the damage to deal before he's out of there. So Tiger's able to escape, but J.Storm at least able to deny all the runes from going to Alliance.
You know how Boxy has the dodgeball reference on his shrine thing? I think whenever I see him, people deny their own racks, I always think of White Goodman saying, "Nobody makes me bleed my own blood." You know what I'm saying, Owen?
I have not watched this American movie, I'm afraid.
You haven't seen Dodgeball?
I don't know, it's an American film, I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay, we know what we're doing tonight, Owen. I mean, Boxy ain't American, man. And he has it on his...
yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess, he's just into sort of American culture, I guess.
There you go. Best culture. We've got to be
Goes
best
out,
at something.
Yeah.
Slark's
saying?
so farmed.
Yeah, Slark's a real problem. That Midas is paying off.
Rezo's keeping up, though. He's keeping
if
up.
it gets hard,
No,
then I think the game's
it's like
gonna
you
be
say
hard.
he's keeping up, but a hero like Naga is supposed to accelerate and having like 4
Sure.
or 5k net worth higher
Okay.
than any core right now. But it's like obviously it's not really his fault entirely. It's just nature, just what happened in the game, right?
Supporting cast is a big deal, too.
That ain't great. They've lost one. Rezo, he's starting to walk back, but the rest of Alliance, they're closing in. The arena's down. Pinned to the wall. Rezo, he's actually able to get his way out of there, though. Just put the Manta there. Have got the follow-up, but he's able to get the song off. TP away, and J.Storm only losing the Disruptor. Everyone else actually able to get out of that in a situation where it looked like Rezo was done for.
Yeah, Moo saved him there with his Grace spell. He was really close and the same, almost like 0.5 seconds before like the Willow spell.
I
got
think
off.
he heard the Dark Willow canceled his ulti, so he waited.
Yeah.
That was really
pretty good.
patient. Good patience.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
I think they're just gonna wait for Kyros and try again for this high ground. They still don't want this Naga to get out of control because she finishes hard. They don't really have much to deal with these illusions.
Yeah, he's closing in on that Rezo.
I always forget because I used to feel like Slark was good against Naga, but I think these days it's the other way around, right? BSJ?
Yeah, I would say the matchup, it's like if Slark finds you, though, it's like really annoying. But if Slark has to fight through your illusions, it's really hard to deal with.
Dire's bottom tower
Because you're never going to go like this Mjolnir and stuff on Slark, right?
Yeah, he did go for the Dark Pack damage talent, though, so that's a little bit nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, like you said, they do have very limited illusion clear. Mars's W is physical damage, so it doesn't do very much to the illusions. And then Huskar, like all their illusion clear is like linearly scaling. Like it doesn't go any, like it doesn't continue to scale. So
Yeah.
once she has
I mean,
enough
unless
HP.
Boxy gets some like serious right.
Well,
click
I'm telling
items
you,
or-
as Mars, I've
It's
had
still-
like Deso AC.
it's
and
just
you still,
underwhelming.
You don't do any damage to the illusions.
Yeah, it's like 35, 40 armor. Oh no!
Oracle's positioning is key here.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Broke a smoke.
That's kind of awkward.
Sort of start to
Walk
move
back.
around, but
Yeah.
realize they're not going to find anything. Rezo
Orchid.
actually, so he's saying screw the heart. I want to have a bit more damage and control. He picks up the Orchid.
Oh, I thought I really like the heart.
Bit of a drastic change in build here.
Wait, he has no buyback too. Oh no.
Yeah, you just purge it with the Oracle. It's interesting.
Do you heal more from these illusions because you're doing more damage, or how does the heal work?
No, it's just how much you would normally do. It's the same as like if you were to hit the hero.
Okay. I was gonna say that's broken then, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a-
you heal 360%. That'd be.
We'll go. They'll start to push in. Quickly kite out the blood bright. Mickey tries to get in past the racks. Lincoln's will be popped. They'll get the rupture out on him, but he's able to get far away from the rest of them. Boxy gets the three of them in the arena. Quitefor jumps forward. Buyback immediately comes out from Fear. See Alliance now starting to get back off a little bit. As Boxy is out of mana. The GA's out from Moo. Quitefor still ready to
Jump
fight.
on the Oracle.
Struggling though to get to these backlines. They will be able to bring Quitefor back in, but Quitefor's just able to stand his ground and start punching back. Jumps in onto Rezo. Rezo pops the Mante, still keeping his distance. Heavenly Grace giving him some sort of safety. Tiger finds Fear though on the backlines, and that's Fear die-backing onto this Rubik. Tiger glimpse back in. They've got the control with the field, and they will get the trade, but Quitefor still fighting strong. Jumps over, finds Rezo, and indeed, with that investment into the Orchid, Rezo does not have buyback available for this hold. Mickey's in, they're diving them in the fountain now. Nine and Moo held right back. Quitefor's ready to go in. He's not messing around. The false promise as well from Insania, allowing him to tank up the fountain. Triple kill for Mickey. Ultra kill for Mickey. Looking towards 9. He wants to make it the rampage, and he will do so in the fountain. GG is called, and Alliance will take game 2 and end this series 2-0 in their favor.
I love the Oracle's blink purchase. I
Yeah.
think that was really good.
It was really good. He was just completely out of position, but in reality, he's in position because of the blink dagger. So.
Can never get like Naga's combo too, because he can always get the blink off. It's really cool.
And we have Alliance, another compelling victory, and just a tough game for J.Storm. Don't get off the mud. Come on, you gotta talk about this. I mean, this series, it was going to be the hardest series, right? For you guys, would you say? I mean, you would, right? You look at Alliance here at this line, and you say these are the guys you got to try and take down.
I mean, I think they are definitely the best team in this tournament here. They came off like a good, major run, minor and major run here. Oh man, sorry,
Poor
just
lads.
have a feel for the
Yeah.
guys right now watching that. I know the.
But it's, as I said, it's a tough way for J.Storm to start the tournament. I mean, you've got it out of the way now. You've had your Alliance series. You've got 4 more series ahead of you in this group stage. And this one was, you started with the hardest difficulty level.
Yeah.
It should get easier down the line. And I mean, obviously they look pretty downtrodden there, the lads. It didn't look great for J.Storm, but are these guys pretty good at picking themselves back up after a series like this?
Yeah, I mean we do, because we talked about this is the best team in the tournament, so it will be the hardest game, and if we win, it'll build a lot of momentum for us. But if not, then it's all good.
Yeah,
We'll bounce back from it. So.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch. But yeah, I will let you get up to the team, Jimmy. Thank you very much, Jimmy, for joining us for that one, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Demon Ho there, the man, the myth, the legend from J.Storm, coming in to give us a bit of commentary on his own team. But yeah, Febby,
yes,
and VSJ. Well, what do we reckon then? So I like that they're trying something a little different, right? They're sliding in Invokers, sliding in Bloodseekers. Didn't work against Alliance. Maybe it works against another team.
Yeah, we got a special guest here.
We do. They're on the winner's seat in Insania. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, I couldn't really wish for sort of a better way to start the tournament, right? You're rocking 2-0. Looking pretty good. I think we were impressed with everything. We've got to ask about that one playing game 1, though. One playing game 1.
Which
you
one?
guys, I think you just were about to pick up the BKB on Sven. You were just about to get the Ags. You were just about to get the BKB on Boxy. And then you guys end up going over the river and trying to fight around the dire bottom shrine. What was going on there?
Sometimes, the game gets a bit boring, just hitting creeps for too long.
You just wanted to
wanna
go.
Get them, yeah.
The BSG strat.
Hey,
What about we,
by the way,
feed them a little gold so your timing gets you more.
so
it's not like that.
Loda
It's like, everyone's
confirmed.
been farming forever, trying to get their items,
Timing.
Yeah.
and then it's just boring. So you want to go fight.
That's
Loda
fair.
said that, by the way, that he thought they won the draft, or J.Storm won the draft.
On
No,
game two.
Jimmy,
Game two.
Jimmy,
I think so
Jimmy.
too.
Oh,
No,
wait.
Loda also
Loda
said it.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Loda
interesting. Would you agree?
Yeah.
But with our,
You was-
with our great captain's call, we made it through anyway.
So
Yeah.
this was just purely
Exactly.
outplay. You know, you didn't need a good draft. You know.
We never have a good draft. That's our secret. We practice with bad drafts all the time, so when we're in these positions, we know what to do.
I mean, that second game, you guys having fun? I mean, getting to slamming a Quake for Huskar, was he pretty happy to get to play that?
I mean, Quake was always happy when you last pick his hero into like a free matchup. Yeah, that's how you get him happy. You pick him some Brood on 22 or Huskar.
Every mid-tier stream.
Yeah, puts a smile on his face.
Did you expect them to put the Naga against him mid rather than the Bloodseeker? Is that
We weren't actually exactly sure, but we
No.
thought it's fine either way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a good series, and
Yeah.
I mean, J.Storm. I mean, these guys, you know, said they're probably one of the better teams here. They came second in the NA qualifiers. I mean, for this series in particular, did you guys just feel you had a really good read on them as a team? You had a lot of prep in terms of what you knew they liked to play and how they liked to play, and
We actually, more so than focusing on them, we focused on ourselves and just try to figure out like how do we want to play and what do we want in
Yeah.
order to win. Yeah, so it's more about ourselves.
well, they look pretty damn strong. And I mean, were you surprised though at the least at seeing like heroes like Bloodseeker and Invoker crop up, or?
I opened Penta 9's
Penta 9?
page,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was like Invoker.
He is an Invoker spammer, isn't he? Yeah.
So I wasn't too surprised.
No.
Hey, not Penta anymore.
It's Penta 9, man. He's Penta 9
He's still
no matter
tagged
what
up in
team he
pubs,
plays
isn't it?
as.
Yeah. I think
He's
still
Penta
tagged
9
up.
in my heart.
He's with Penna for years. I mean, that was the team he was on, wasn't he? He did Penna for a few, and then he hopped over to Spirit, I think,
Yeah.
for a bit. 9.
Hey, we're
Yeah.
gonna have an alliance couch later.
Yeah. At
Y'all
some
want to
point.
join me?
Nice.
If I'm not what?
Nothing. Sorry.
Well,
But yeah, we'll do an alliance couch later.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Should be fun.
Well, there we go, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Of course, congratulations once more.
Thank you.
Alliance with the 2-0. You've got another series next, right?
We
No.
play at 2,
J.Storm plays again.
And then you're on the third series playing against Pain, right?
something like that.
I think so. I believe,
Yeah.
yeah, Alliance versus Pain should be the third series of the day if I'm correct with my numbers. But yeah, Alliance, we'll get them on the couch today. I don't know when. I mean, what, next series maybe? Or
Today.
would you rather
At
after you
some
play?
point. I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
Probably
Sometime.
tomorrow. We have
Because
less
we
games
have
tomorrow.
two-
Yeah.
Dude, you said you'd do the last one
Yeah.
with me.
Okay.
I'll cast with you, but I don't know if we'll
Alright.
get everyone.
Ah, okay.
We got the headsets. You can get easily what Blitz plus 4 of you if one of you doesn't mind sitting on this chair for the whole game.
Yeah.
I'll sit on the chair.
You'll sit on the chair.
I'll sit
You
on the
give
chair.
the
We'll figure
Alliance
it out.
lads the couch. you
We'll
know.
figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But we have Alliance. We'll have them on. And that's it for the first series. Alliance able to take down the series. You get $2,000 in the bank.
What are you gonna do with your $400?
We're gonna take it all to the casino and we're gonna
Nice.
put it on red.
Oh, you guys are red
We'll
players.
try-
That says a lot about
Double or
somebody,
nothing.
by the way.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we got a camera in there. That'll
Okay.
make pretty good content. We'll have to.
No,
get that
by the way,
on
I'm just kidding. We're not all 21, so we're not going to the casino. I take it all back.
Oh, a lot
Never
of them are
mind.
18 here. A lot of them are 18.
I thought it was 18 here.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
18?
a lot of
Okay,
them.
never
a
mind.
lot
We
of
are
them
going to the
A lot of
casino.
them are 18.
We are going to the casino. We're putting it all red.
Well, there we have it. The wise investments there from Alliance. But yeah, 2-0. We're going to cut to a break, ladies and gentlemen, because we have got to move on and get the next series. They've got a lot of Dota to still cover. Still 4 2-game series coming in. Sorry, production. What is it? Production? What is card seat? I don't know. Oh, card C. Oh, then what is card C? Are you reading, Blitz? I was really struggling
All right,
to.
so you can check out the
Can't
new
see.
Dota Summit 10
Oh.
BTS merch at bts.gg/merch. Check it out. There's
Look
a
at
lot
that.
of different swag. They actually gave us some of the shirts too. They fit quite nicely. I
They
already put
did.
mine on yesterday.
Yeah, so you can go online or buy it or become a caster.
You guys
get
can get
hired,
Loda
and then you get it
another hat?
for free.
What?
You're not wearing it right now?
No, I'm not wearing it right now. I'm wearing my Wings shirt right now. Check it out.
Wings Gaming.
Wings Gaming.
Biased caster.
Bias caster for Wings.
Come on,
If Wings
Blitz.
was here.
Yeah.
Serenity. Let's go Serenity.
Where's your integrity, William Lee? But there we have it. Yeah, go and check out the sick merch. We've got those fresh new designs out for you guys to pick up and guys and girls to pick up at home. We're going to have a break. We're going to be back with the next series of the day, which will be Beast Coast versus J.Storm. We saw J.Storm struggle in the first series. Let's see if they can step it up against Beast Coast, a team that they know very well, of course, back from the qualifiers. But, of course, thank you to all your lads for joining us, Fabi, Blitz, BSG. I think some of you might be staying, some of you might be going. Alliance as well. Great playing.
Thank you.
We'll see more of these guys later. You'll see them on the third series today, I believe, playing against Pain. We'll see you after the break. Don't go anywhere. It's Summit 10.